how has the pandemic impacted how you're going to market?
Well, sort of two things. First of all, we totally doubled down. We are considered an essential business, and yes, chocolate is an essential business. Um, and I think many of you will agree. We sort of have doubled down. Our sales force and supply chain have been amazing. So, as soon as the pandemic hit, we had to develop new work systems. We had to work on all of our factories to make sure that they were safe. We're really proud of that. Our safety record and lack of COVID cases within our plants. Our salespeople, making sure that they're safe, creating flexible hours so that they could go in and stock shelves and get our product there. But what it's meant to us is that we have increased share dramatically during this period. So while I know a lot of people are hurting, and I don't want to minimize that, for us, the pandemic has been good business. We've been able to get product to our consumers. Again, very proud of that. And it's been very good for us. We've increased share dramatically due to our processes, our ability to get product made and get product on shelf. As soon as the pandemic hit, and we were sent home fairly early in the process. We quickly, on the last day, looked at all of our advertising, created a huge grid of what was sort of red, green, or yellow. What made sense during this time, what should be taken off air. We felt really uncomfortable with spots that were in the Hershey campaign that were all about sharing for real. And it showed influencers out on a street handing out Hershey bars and hugging people. And it just felt wrong. So we pulled those ads off air immediately. We switched to other ads that were more product focused. And that worked well for us. Now, in the meantime, we created a Hershey ad that was all about, because the Hershey brand is about togetherness and spending time together and bringing people together, about how while the pandemic, as bad as it is, has given us a chance to reconnect with our families. And we felt proud about that ad running. We also, the last week of working in the office, we had a shoot scheduled. We rearranged the entire shoot to shoot a s'mores ad that was all product-based. The shoot had been about some other things, about some print ads. We shifted the shoot in about 24 hours, developed an ad that you can see running on TV now for s'mores. It's a very important occasion for us. The s'mores season is a very important season for us. But our ad showed people coming out of their homes and sharing it in a neighborhood situation. It felt wrong. We were able to transform the shoot sort of overnight and to develop this product-based ad. It is working so well. It's unbelievable right now. S'mores is up dramatically, and we couldn't be happier. It was just very lucky that we were able to do that on the last week before we were sent home.
Upon the arrival of the pandemic, how's that changed your media strategy?
It hasn't. So because we are doing so well during this time, the only change in our media strategy really has been that we are planning to impressions versus dollar amount. And because the cost of media has come down so dramatically, we actually are saving a lot of media dollars towards the end of the year to see if we need them. And so we're planning to impressions, and it's caused us, and the cost per impression has come down dramatically. So we have savings. Again, we are not necessarily putting them to the bottom line. We're sort of waiting till third and fourth quarter to see, do we need additional spending during that time? We're highly dependent on seasons, and so both Easter and Halloween. So both those are changed dramatically because of the pandemic. In Easter, which is right when it started, we doubled down on using influencers to get us across the finish line. We wanted to show people how you could still enjoy Easter and make it a family time, even if extended family weren't coming over to your house. You weren't going to big hosting Easter egg hunts or things like that. And influencers really helped us during that time to sort of show different ideas, everything from you can use candy to decorate, to celebrate, centerpieces, etc. So that was very helpful. Now we're looking at what are we going to do about Halloween? Halloween is likely to be celebrated in different ways in different geographies. If there is a second wave to the pandemic, it may severely impact Halloween. So now we're looking towards what can we do there. Our plans are not finalized yet, but again, we're looking at different platforms, different ideas to bring Halloween in at the level that we planned for.
So what's the perspective on digital versus linear during the pandemic?
Again, our spending hasn't changed at all. We made a huge bet this year on streaming. And in fact, of course, it's turned out to be a very good bet. We believe that streaming is going to become a bigger and bigger part of our media spend. In the pandemic, one of the products that has suffered, we've done quite well across our portfolio, but one of the products that suffered was mints and gum. It turns out that when people are home, they don't really think they need fresh breath, or if they do, they go brush their teeth, not eat a mint or gum. But one day, an assistant brand manager came to us and said, he wrote us an email saying that his wife worked at the Penn State Med Center and that there's something called mask breath. Well, we thought that was really interesting and we quickly made an ad. We had cut most of the spending for our Icebreakers brand, which is mints and gum, but we had 3 weeks of TV left that we couldn't cancel. And so we made an ad very quickly in our in-house agency about taking a mint before you put your mask on, and that breath you smell is yours under the mask. And so it's resulted in a fun campaign, and we have seen an uptick in the business as a result. We've been through a lot of transformation during this time and inspiration during this time, and I'm looking forward to receiving more at the NewFronts 2020.